Hello, I'm Steve Williams. I'd like to introduce myself or present myself as God's best friend. I know it's a bit egotistical sounding, but it describes my relationship with God perfectly. God's best friend. But I prefer to say a close friend of God's. Why not? How could I say the things I'm going to say unless I'm close to God? So, of all the things I am to God, of all the people I am to God, Steve Williams, the man, is who he loves the most. He loves me being Steve Williams. I've never preached before. I've always thought never in a million years would I be a preacher. But no matter how I look at this, what I'm doing, what I'm going to do, it's preaching. Don't call me a preacher, but I'm preaching. A long time ago, well, not too long, God gave me a choice. He said I could preach what's in a couple of books that he dictated to me, preach those, or go on an adventure. Now he knows that I don't want to be a preacher, and he knows I'm an adventurer. Just goes to show a glimpse of what God is like. Of course, there was no contest. I went on the adventure. If that's what you could call it. You can't believe in God unless you believe in magic. God is pure magic. How else can you describe miracles? Miracles are magic at work. There's no such thing as coincidence. Coincidence doesn't exist. So if you take away coincidence, you're left with magic. If there's no such thing as coincidence, then it takes on a whole new meaning, a miracle. It's doing the impossible. That's magic. God is going to talk to everybody, every single person on the planet. He's going to talk to each of you individually, and it's going to be very personal between you and God. He's going to talk to good people, bad people, holy people. evil people, those in the womb up to over 100, ancient people. Young or old, yeah. Only God knows what he's going to say. It's between you and God. I suppose it's personal, private. So be careful. Don't go boasting, bragging, broadcasting what was said, what's been said. That would be a mistake. No. God speaks to people in a multitude of ways and through a multitude of mediums. You can speak out loud, a voice out loud, audible, or a voice and thought inside your head, in your mind. In addition to that, you'll back it up. You'll back it up through music. That's one of his favourites. We communicate a lot in God through music. We have a song for us. I'll explain more. It could be just the title of the song, or the lyrics, or a line or two of the lyrics, and maybe the chorus. But it'll stand out. It will grab your attention. I'll give you there are plenty of people who have a great relationship with God, and they're speaking to each other all the time. They've got it right, they really have. That's what everybody should want. Through music, yeah, an example. God will play me The Police, Every Breath You Take. Man, that shouts at me. And when he's done something brilliant for me, I play him Tina Turner. Simply the best. And if I do something brilliant for God, he plays it to me. It's like our song. It's great. He'll also speak to you through the printed form. A word, a sentence, a story in a book, a magazine, or an article in a newspaper, a letter. Yeah, letters can be powerful. He can speak to you by using the news on TV or radio, in a program, a TV program, definitely in a film, and it'll trigger a train of thought or give a memory. You'll have a memory, and that's what the story or the article or the music does. It'll give you a train of thought that may be coming from God, or a memory that he's hidden until this moment. Brilliant. You recognize yourself in a film or a book. You be a character in the book, and probably you'd be like me, the hero with the woman who wins in the end. Yeah, you recognize yourself as that hero, and you get the girl every time. Amazing. He'll speak to you through a conversation. You might be having a conversation and something gets said and it really registers with you, and you think about it long after the conversation's finished. Or you might overhear somebody in a conversation say a sentence or something, and that'll hit you. And you'll think about that, and there's a message in that for you. He uses